I run the company with my partner Flex, and what we do is we help people build confidence. We coach them and help them build a modeling career. If you feel like I want to model, I want to be an influencer, but I don't know how, it's too expensive, my parents can't afford it. It's like you would come to Onyx Modeling, we would get you right and get you prepared for the career that you want. If you want to be a rapper, if you want to be a singer, an actress, or you just want to be in the entertainment or media industry alone, you would come here, you would get trained, and we would make sure that you're plugged in and have everything that you need in order to succeed. So you can become the powerhouse that you are.
I love it. Next up, we have Adrian. Tell everybody your career.
I too am from East Harlem. So shout out to East Harlem. I'm a professional basketball player. I've been about 20 teams for the past 12 years. So I love basketball. I'm also an influencer and an educator. And I'm happy to be here. Shout out to all the lovely ladies on the panel. Thank you guys for being here.
I love it. I love it. My name is Marie David. I'm a media host and video editor. I work for WBLS, Hot 97, The Wendy Williams Show, and today I am with Access Magazine. And so, yes, I am just doing my thing, and I love what I do. So I'm super excited to be with you guys today. So because we're in Women's History Month, I want to know about some of the women who supported you, some of the women who support you. Tell us about them. Steph G, let's start with you.
Some of the women that influenced me.
Yes.
So me as an artist, well, number one is always gonna be Michelle Obama to me because she always promoted healthy families and she just always gave like that, like to something that we all want. We all want a beautiful family. We want like, that lifestyle. So shout out to her. But another person is Queen Latifah. Because she's just so dope because, she used her voice for women. Like she was an advocate for us with domestic abuse. She put female artists together. She did a lot, and she created change and demanded respect. And it created a way for me. So now I'm here, and I'm here to do the same thing.
I love it. Go ahead, Ayana.
I would say my mom. My mom has passed away, but my mom was an amazing woman. And she talked about, self-value and learning to love yourself and learning to believe in yourself and about being a strong woman. The second person is Miss Patti LaBelle. When she met me, she said, hey, I'm going to take you under my wing. And she took me on stage with her and she had me sing with her. And not a lot of women do that for other women. So I really admire me, and I hope I can do that for somebody else.
So for me, I want to lift up two folks, or one person and one group. So one is my grandmother, who is 93. Yeah. Thank God for long life, right? But at an early age, she was out doing a lot of social advocacy and community service. And so she set a really incredible example for me of what it looks like to serve my community. So shout out to my 93-year-old grandmother. And I want to also shout out my sorority sisters. So does anybody know about sororities, the Divine Nine? So I am a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. And they have been a wonderful inspiration to me. So not just why the sorority was founded by our 22 founders in 1913, but also for the women who continue to pour into me and support me and love me through every stage of my life. So that's it for me.
So when I think about influence, I have so many people in mind because I get so much from so many people. But when it comes down to being monumental, I think of my mother, her power, her community advocacy, just as you said, she was a social activist. My grandmothers, they took care of their bills, they meant business, they dressed well. So I got that from them. But in the industry, I would definitely say Kamora Lee Simmons because When you watch Kimberly Simmons, some of y'all may know about her, some of y'all may not. She was the CEO of Baby Fat and other businesses. And one thing about her, she meant business. She had to look great. She didn't play with anybody when it came down to what her brand was. And she stood her ground. So that taught me a lot about the industry. When it came down to Tyra Banks, it was more so about what can I do for other people? Because you can't do anything in life without serving others. And that's one thing that I really, really stand on. So I would say Kimberly Simmons, Tyra Banks, my mom, and my grandmothers are definitely those that have influenced my career.
Yeah, so I don't have any one person in particular, to be honest. I've always tried to picture myself and create myself to be who I want to be. And so I guess my influence is my greater self. I know that sounds kind-ish. I'm sorry. But, that's what it is. But I would say athletes, all female athletes who have pushed the envelope and who have opened the doors for us to be where we are today. Because we've come very far, as you guys know, we have NIL deals now. We're all over the place. The WBA has shot up so much. And all of the female athletes, basically.
Yes, I love it, ladies. So today, we're celebrating our wins, right? And so I want you guys to reflect on a win. Take us back to that moment, and what did you do to celebrate?
I would say, I've always been undersized and an underdog all my life when it comes to basketball. And so I got my first scholarship, my Division I scholarship to university. And I think also an opportunity for me. And I was always, like I said, I was going to run and never happened to me, I felt like I got my first job to play professional in Europe. And I celebrated with family, of course, and thanking God, of course, I thank God first for everything. So that is how I celebrated each and every moment.
I love that. Reflection on the win.
Okay. So as a professional, sometimes we don't get a chance to celebrate our wins as much because we're constantly working, constantly trying to be better. So coming from the Bronx, New York, a projects girl, you are like, I'm trying to be somebody amazing. I know I gotta get out of here. That's your mentality. So once I moved out of the projects and me and my partner got our apartment and it had an office and it had all these things, that was my first one. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. I have a flourishing company, nationwide, 60 people registered. Everybody's paying on a monthly basis. People are getting success. That was another one. But my greatest win, and then saving my life to Jesus Christ, was another one. And then my most recent win was getting my own studio, literally. I knew it would happen. I didn't know it would be so soon, but I said, I can't believe that I have my own place now. So that's my greatest win right now. Thank you.
Dr. Lena?
Well, I want to think about winning in a little bit of a different way, right? Because we like to think as winning moments as the large scale things, right? Like we got to do something grand. But I want to look up to you that every single time you take a small step forward, that's a win. It's a win. Every single time. If someone else does not celebrate who you are, does not celebrate that small win, that small step forward, learn how to celebrate yourself. Yeah. And so I'm saying, for me, a win is being here in this moment with you all right now. I'm a because similar to Amani, I'm a girl from the projects as well, right? Coming up and growing up in Harlem and stepping foot on the campus of a university and being one of the first people in my family to go to college.
I definitely want to piggyback on what these ladies were saying. Every small step forward is definitely a win. Like, for me, my biggest win is being able to help others. Because I come from Brownsville, and there's a lot of people that don't really got it like that. So I always try to do like a charity event or something in that nature. So that for me, just being able to do stuff like that, I feel blessed, and I feel like that's the one for me. So that's always gonna be my biggest one, being able to help others.
I would say my win is when I'm able to give back to my community, give back to you guys. I feel like God has blessed me with so many amazing opportunities, and when I feel like I'm winning is when I was able to be with my dad when he passed away, when I was able to come to schools and sing to kids and give back, when I could talk to you, you know what I mean, when I'm able to listen and guide you, those are wins for me. All the other stuff are just materialistic things, When you touch someone's heart, that's a win for me.
So the next question to you, like, you throw some, hardballs at you guys, challenges. So I want to know, what have been your barriers and what have you done to overcome them?
Some of the barriers that I've faced is domestic abuse. So yeah, that was like a couple years back. So just the fact that I actually was able to overcome that and to value myself, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, no, you deserve more. Like, I'm so proud of that because I was in a situation where I felt like I was never gonna get out of. And yeah, I feel like I would never put myself in that situation. So for me, that was really like the biggest thing for me, and just knowing that I come first in any situation.
Obstacles I was able to overcome. There are a lot. But I just need Jesus Christ in my life, I'll be honest. A lot of betrayal, a lot of people, and I learned a lot, with trust. You don't know who to trust sometimes, and I found that I gave my heart to God, and I keep Jesus Christ in my life, and that's what guides me every day.
I want to echo that sentiment, because the thing that gets me through every single day is my faith and my belief in God. And so putting that forward all the time, that's how I start my day, every single day. And I would say, pushing through some of the challenges, I think some of the things that keeps me going is that oftentimes, I'm the only brown person in the room. And so I have to remind myself that often I'm not just here for me, I'm also here for these ladies, and I'm also there for all of you.
So when I think about obstacles, I feel like it was always against me. I always had support, but it was finances as well, right? When you come out of the projects, your mentality is different. I gotta hustle. I have to figure out how to get this money. And for me, it was empowering other people, and then the money came after that. So one of the obstacles for me was, how can I do more to give more with what I have and not feel ashamed about not being where everybody else is right now, but working my way up to that point. So to be able to push yourself and be around other giants and still feel empowered to empower the people that you're bringing up is something that I come over every single day. I have to battle every single day.
I think patience is very important when you're dealing with your journeys, and giving yourself some grace. Like you said, comparing yourself is not really something that helps you. That you should kind of like create your own successful measures. And I myself spent 12 years in Europe. I was surrounded by totally different culture, different beliefs, different backgrounds, different dialects. And in that time, I really had to tune in because I was isolated most of the time. Think about it. You guys go to class, right? Now, after class, you go home. So I'm there with foreigners. They go home after work, after we have practice. I go back to my room. I'm not even from the city. I'm not from the area. I know no one. I don't go back to family. I don't go back to anything. I go back to my apartment. I don't know if you guys have seen Love and Basketball, but it's dead on, that's how it is. Okay, it's really isolated. And so in that time, I really got deep into thought about who I am, about who I want to be, what I want to overcome, and what I'm capable of. And I used my faith, I prayed a lot, I opened the Bible, I used different things to help inspire me. And so I encourage you all to get in that space, even if it's in your room, 20 minutes a day, wherever it is, to find out who you are, who you want to be, because each and every person here has the capability of being something great beyond your imagination. And you have to tap into that. You have to tap into that in those quiet times. It's the quiet times when you're alone by yourself. You're not influenced by those around you. You're not influenced by the circumstance. You're not influenced by the hurt or whatever fears or your past. And you can really create a future you that is just great, greatness. So continue to just stay in that space, guys. Are you guys feeling motivated?
I'm motivated. You mentioned something that was super important, grace. We have to show grace for ourselves, right? So I want to know, how do you show yourself love?
Yeah, so whenever you want to be great, it's like your imperfection is some sure, some measure, right? Whatever it is, it makes me crazy, guys. You don't know, it makes me crazy. Sometimes it makes me doubt myself. Sometimes it makes me go against some of the dreams and goals that I've had. And that's when I have to just relax and understand that this is all part of the journey. The struggle and that adversity is there for a reason. It's for you to get stronger. It's for you to see more, to see clearly. And so if you welcome that adversity and you welcome those times, then you'll understand how to give yourself grace. And you'll say, it's okay. I have another day. I have another opportunity. There'll be another time, and I'm still learning and moving forward, So that's how I give myself grace now. I kind of just, relaxing. It's okay. Things are not made in a day. It's a journey, and you'll get to where you need to be. So.
I love that.
The way that I show myself love, being in an industry where people are constantly telling you that you're not good enough, your body is not on point, your teeth is not on point, everything is wrong, your clothes, your wardrobe. That's one factor. I have to look at myself and tell myself, you are enough, you are beautiful. Besides hearing it, you have to understand that. Like, you have to tell yourself that you're enough. You have to tell yourself that you're beautiful, you're capable, and that you don't have to do things that you don't want to do to fit into a particular mold. Okay, so that's one thing, holding your ground, being grounded. The next thing is faith. I listen to gospel music all day, rap music. Sometimes I want to do a little bounce. I can't, I have to find how I can keep myself sane. Because when you're in this industry and you're in this world, people are going to tell you who you are, and they're going to try to. You have to know who you are before you go out there into that world. Because if not, then you will just be a complete mess, and then you'll be 45 years old trying to figure out where you're at. So every day, take time to talk to yourself like, I'm beautiful. Even if you come to school and somebody be like, you ugly. Even if you come to school and somebody be like, you dusty, you look crazy, like your hair's not done, your wig is not right, you got synthetic hair in. You gotta make that look right. When I was growing up, we had synthetic hair, and we was on point. But now you guys are in a different field. You have to understand that you are enough. Before you go anywhere, don't let nobody validate who you are. You validate yourself.
So one of the things I try to remember is that grace is an automatic thing that we are given, right? We don't have to earn it. We don't have to do anything for it. It just is. And so when I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling like, life has gotten the best of me, I do two things, and I think we shared, many of us talked about how important our faith is. But I write myself love notes because it's important for me to remind myself who I am. And so I will say things to myself like, every opportunity every lesson is an opportunity to grow. What do we gain in this moment? How could I just enjoy and be okay with who I am right now? So I say those kinds of things. And then also I big myself up, right? We work hard. And so, I also like to turn on music and just listen to the instrumentals. Cause I love a good beat. So sometimes I don't need any words, I don't need all of those things, I just need a good beat. And sometimes it's classical music, sometimes it's gospel music, sometimes it's R&B, and sometimes it's like, hey, I just need to write in my journal and listen to like some good coffee shop music. So those are the things that I do to make sure that I'm allowing myself space and time to reflect and also to just pause. Love that.
So when it comes to me, I'm an artist, right? So I get a lot of like, hey, you have to be very strong-minded. That's number one. You have to be very strong-minded. So I get like a lot of comments on the internet. So what I try to do, I stay positive and I have tunnel vision. I don't pay attention to comments. I don't let those things define me. Another thing that I do is I pay attention to people that support rather than pay attention to people that's not supporting. Because a lot of times you're like, damn, I'm doing this, or I'm trying to like, if you're trying to be an artist, or if you're trying to, anything you're trying to do in life, and you feel like you don't have enough support system, I focus on the people that do support, instead of looking at the negative part about it. So yeah, I just try to stay positive in anything that I'm doing.
So, yeah, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, whatever, I work out. I go running, or I go to the gym, because y'all will be amazed how, when you take care of yourself, how that makes you feel. It completely changes you. When you take care of what you eat, put in your body, it really changes your mentality. You have to make yourself, you have to love yourself, and the way you love yourself is by taking care of yourself. No one's gonna take care of you for you, right? So you start feeding yourself the right things to eat, work out, make sure you feel good about yourself, because when you step out into the world, it won't matter what anybody says, because you like, I feel good. I look good. I ate good today. You know what I mean? You don't need validation from anyone. You need it from yourself. So what I do, a lot of people talk about me. Yeah, they want to talk. People want to talk. No one's exempt from that. So just take care of yourself. Be confident in yourself. When you walk out, you step out. I dare somebody say something about me. I know I look good. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yes. I love it. So far, and I became so proud of each and every one of you. My last question, well, actually, I have one more, but what would you tell your younger self today if you were to, have a conversation with yourself? What would you tell your younger self?
I think one of the things that I would say is that you are going to be all right. You are going to be all right. All the things that we stressed about when we were younger, even sometimes now, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. All will be well. And so just remember that every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow, and that when the people stop talking about you, that's when you work.
I love that. One thing I would tell my younger self is, you're gonna make it. Have that tunnel vision, you're going to make it. Put in the work harder, work harder, work harder. Don't put so much emphasis on being clicked up with your friends, because your friends are gonna fade. Some will stay, some will fade, but you gotta put yourself first right now. Like, you gotta focus. Focus, focus, focus. Always remember there's always somebody working harder than you, smarter than you, and moving faster than you. You wanna be that person, you wanna be that girl, you need to go ahead and do that. And what is that gonna take? Keep pushing.
Wow, I didn't really make a joke. I was like, don't talk to that boy. Don't be nice to that person. Like, just joke. I've had, I don't regret things. I think that everybody is important in your life. You know, whether it was good situations or bad situations. And so I would tell my younger self similar thing, to just continue to stay in the moment, Nikki, because when you think too far ahead, when you think too far behind, you miss the moment. And there's so many moments that there were so many great things that have happened to me in my life. And it's like, maybe at that moment I wasn't holding on to it, I didn't celebrate it as I should have, or appreciate it, or show myself the proper love at that moment because I was so thirsty to be in the future and to have what I wanted coming up next. And so I would say, Nikki, be in the moment. Be in the moment, embrace this moment, enjoy this moment, love this moment.
I would tell myself two things. Number one, calm down, because I feel like I always had to deal with anxiety. I feel like it always felt like I wasn't doing things at the right pace, or I feel like I just always had anxiety. So I would definitely tell myself to calm down. And another thing, that I should put myself first, because I felt like I poured everything into relationships. I was young, I was a teenager, just thinking that my man was my whole world. And that really stopped me from doing a lot of things that I love because I was so focused on a relationship. So my biggest advice is just focus on yourself and what you really want to do in life. That always comes first. The relationship will always be there.
I was telling my younger self, says, don't be afraid to mess up. Like I always felt like I always had to get the right note all the time, or be perfect, and no one's perfect. So don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid to fail. Some people are afraid to take chances. Don't be afraid to take a chance. You more regret not taking the chance. Don't worry about people laughing at you and all that. I've had people laugh at me when I'm trying stuff. Don't be afraid of that. Just take chances. Don't be afraid to fail, and don't be afraid to mess up.
Yes. The importance of giving back. I just want to know why is that important? I'm gonna start with you. Yes. The importance of giving back to the community.
I mean, it just feels good to give back. Like, why would you not? If God blesses you with a gift, why would you not want to share it with somebody or give back and help someone else? You know, it's a great thing to do. Somebody helped me. Somebody gave me a chance. Somebody gave me an opportunity. Somebody opened the door for me. So if somebody did it for you, why wouldn't you want to do it for someone else? We have to stop trying to like, oh, I'm in the door, you can stay there. No, help your brother in, help your sister in. You know, that's what the Jews do. So we have to help each other. They do, the Jews, what? They help each other. There's some Jews in here, right? Now there's the Jews, I watch them, they help each other. We have to help each other, build each other up.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. Just it's all about helping each other stay strong. And also, again, it's a good feeling. And when you help somebody, trust me, God's gonna bless you 10 times more. It happens to me 1,000 times. So yeah, it's not everybody, let's do it together.
I would add that there's room and space for everyone. Everyone's talents and everyone's gifts are valuable. And so you give yourself an opportunity to support someone, to love someone, to encourage someone, that it doesn't cost you anything. So it's a blessing to be a blessing to someone else.
One thing that I would say is being the CEO of Amex Modeling is people coming to me saying, I have this vision, I want to be this person, I want to model. Everybody else don't see that yet. They don't see my potential yet. And we have to find that. We gotta pull it out of them, right? Giving back to the community is so important because when I was younger, I didn't have somebody telling me where I should be, what events I should go to, what parties I should go to. It's like, I needed somebody to take me by the hand and put me on. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Give back as many times as you possibly can. Help somebody else. Don't ever harbor or gatekeep anything. It's important to push others because that will help you push yourself.
I believe it's very important to give back, and I give back because I want to change the narrative. I want us to change the narrative of who we are as humans, but even further, who we are as a community. Because everybody here is kind of like, we have similarities, right? We might not look the same, we might not have the same backgrounds, but maybe our economic brackets are the same, our social brackets are similar, because we're all in the same space. Therefore, we're kind of connected in that way. And our narrative for our people is not the best sometimes. There's certain stigmas and things that have been put on us for whatever reason, and I want to help change that narrative by helping us change our mindsets. And that happens with everyday things. It doesn't have to be on a panel or I'm a celebrity. It's the people that I meet daily, the person that I run into walking down the street. How do I treat them with kindness, with respect, despite who they are, despite what their title is, how much money they have, how they look, right? Those are the important things. It's like we're humans. We all know how it feels to feel hurt. We all know how it feels to feel not welcomed. And we don't want that. We want everybody to have a chance. We want everybody to move forward and move upward and feel love. And so that's what we need to continue to do, and that's why I believe it's helping is everything, changing the narrative for ourselves, knowing that we can be the best that we can be, always, in everything that we put our minds to. So it's very important.
I love it. Can we give it up to the ladies? Can we do it to Ballin4peace? Coming up next, we have a performance by Yana and Steph G, but I'm going to ask you all, are you guys having a good time? Are you guys feeling good? And I was going to be down with any questions for the ladies. Yeah? Okay, perfect. All right. So let's start with you.
Hi, my name is Samia. I'm in 11th grade, and I just had a question. In what ways can young women today continue to break barriers and challenge stereotypes?
If you believe it, you can make it happen. All right? I mean, look around you, look at what's going on in the world. Look how we've just been doing everything that we want to do. We've been making things happen as women. And if you think about a woman, what is a woman's purpose, they say, right? It's like we bear children, we're the mothers. Those are huge tasks. That is not a simple thing. So what comes with that is instincts. It comes with a caring nature. It comes with a lot of things that can help you move forward with strength. And so take that, and anything that you think is possible is possible. I want everybody to say, I believe in myself. I believe in myself. All right.
When it comes down to stereotypes, you remember one thing. You belong in that room. You're in that room for some reason. You're in whatever area you are for some particular reason. You're supposed to be there. My mother used to tell me, act like you belong there. Like you belong there. Act like you belong there. I'm like, I don't know, Ma. Like, I'm the only black girl. No, we're not doing that. Like, stand up straight. Understand your own power. And we change the narrative. Just like she said, we change the narrative. We don't accept certain things, but you don't also have to address them blatantly. You could just address them by being there, by being present. This is what we're doing. I'm saying it.
I would add that don't ever think that you have to get anywhere by yourself. Right? You are not alone. And there are people who want to support you, want to love you, want to hold your hand and make space for you. And so the way to do that is to always remember to ask for help. Okay?
How would you say, because remember, confidence is everything. You're that girl, you're that guy. Like, Confidence is everything. If you believe it, that's what it is. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different.
As a woman, girl, you have something called intuition. Follow it. And because we're powerful beings. Women, we are very, very powerful. Our intuition is one of our powers. And we tend to ignore it sometimes. Our instincts, you know what I mean? We ignore it. But it's always right on. So I would just say, follow your instincts.
I just have another question. What initiatives or projects are you currently involved in that promote women's rights or empowerment?
The last part one more time?
What initiatives or projects are you currently involved that promote women's rights or empowerment?
Okay, so when it comes down to women, I work with all types of women. I work with women that have been abused, that are currently in abusive relationships. I work with women that have a lot of kids, women that have, I'm going to school, I'm working 3 jobs. And the thing is, all of us are connected in some kind of way. We all want to be better. We want to be greater. So one thing that I'm currently working on is helping people, women specifically, see their inner power, that you can be a powerhouse. That you don't have to wait for someone to bring you an opportunity. You can create an opportunity. You don't have to wait to pull up a chair to someone else's table. You can build your own table. You can create the life that you want to create by digging deep in yourself, changing your fixed mindset, not being focused on your current circumstances, not being focused on the things that you were dealt, you cannot change, but the things that you can change, which is internal. And realizing that you can become so much powerful and do the things that you aspire to do in life if you just push forward and make progress. So my job right now in my involvement in Omnics modeling is to make sure that people are pushing beyond their limits and understanding that there's no box around you. Step outside of that box and you can be whoever you desire to be.
So as a basketball player, I kind of transitioned to a coach and a trainer. So now I'm full on with training like younger girls, like 2nd grade, 3rd grade. And so I have a big group of girls, like 4th and 5th grade girls. And so I train them with basketball. It's about 40 of them at a time. I kind of like took them through drills, I showed them teamwork and just different things that they don't even understand. They're learning right now, but they're learning and planting those seeds. And I enjoy it so much, because I see them grow. I can tell that they really love the sport, and maybe some of them don't even aspire to be athletes, but at that age, it's just like, I can tell how they feel empowered, basically. They feel empowered playing this game. They come to me, they're like, look what I learned how to do this, Nikki. Look this, look that. And it's just a beautiful thing. And so that's one of the projects I'm working on right now, is training and starting at a younger age.
Yes, I like that. Time for one more question? One more? Oh, we have the guys over here, yes.
Are you in the WNBA?
Not in the I still, I always keep dreams alive, but I played in Europe for 12 years. I played in Greece, Sweden, Holland, Hungary, Puerto Rico, Cyprus, and Poland. I was I was a 3-time champion in Cyprus, 3-time most valuable player of the league in Cyprus as well. So, it's been great. I've had like a few maybe open runs with some WNBA players, but I haven't made it to the league yet, no.
Yes, give it up for these amazing. Yes. We have one more question. Hi.
This is for anyone. Where do y'all see yourselves in 10 years?
That was a good
Where do you guys see yourself in 10 years? Let's give it up to the ladies. Stephanie.
I see myself as a big superstar. I see myself touring the world. I'm going to tour the world singing. Now they have a little bit of money somewhere.
In 10 years, probably owning my own practice and
In 10 years, I hope that I have a building with studios and event spaces to give back to the community. You guys can come in there, learn how to walk the runway, rap, pose, have studios to make music, and host events and perform. I want multiple things in multiple cities.
Sure, in 10 years, I would like something similar. I'd say like a sports facility, which also includes music and includes arts and basically youth, developing youth. So giving back to you guys, teaching you and stuff like that.
Yeah. Give it a fire.
So before, I guess I'm standing, right?
How you doing?
I'm gonna do it out of the first, okay? And then I'm gonna sing the song I wrote for you. I wrote it. So guys, this song I wrote, it's a song that's produced by the track masters, they're good producers. And yeah, you can play the track. And turn up someone please. Louder, louder, louder. Louder, louder, louder. Thank you. It's about learning how to do it loud. Alright? And sometimes you have to make time. Sometimes you have to now, you need to remind each other how beautiful you are, because you are. Y'all know that, right? You start to go, I'm really bad, I'm really bad, I'm really good, I'm really good. But I want you to know this. I want you to know that you are beautiful. Say it, I'm beautiful. So part of my book goes, let me in, I'm beautiful. And I'm going to do that. Let me in, I'm beautiful. Let me in. Let me in, I'm beautiful. Come on, I know y'all are very good. I want the numbers too. Come on now. Tell me that I'm beautiful. All right. So when I look that song, I know y'all sing it with me. At least that part. Please show us, show us. Thank you. Now that part, tell me that I'm beautiful. Y'all got it? Turn it up to my people. is absolutely happy. Thank you, sir. You still make me feel shining brighter than I wanna keep trying. Yeah, I know that you don't express yourself, but it makes me feel good. Let me hear you say, tell me that you want something better. Tell me that you really want you. Tell me I'm the only one in your life. Tell me I'm all you need and you need me right. But for you don't take one. I love you and you don't notice. You always on me. Tell me this time around, can you do the thing I feel like? This time, pretend you're trying to work it out. Love and it's all we need. You express your soul. But it makes me feel good. Let me hear you say. Tell me that you know. I think I know. Just be you. Tell me I'm the only one in your life. Tell me I'm all you need. Tell me that you know. Yeah, I'm special. Tell me that you tell me I'm the only one in your life. Tell me I'm all you need and you can be right. You know what I'm wrong. You should feel Lord. Amazing. All right, next up, we have Steph Jesus. Alright, so now we got to go down here to the back, right? Alright, so this is Women's History Month. For my performance, I need 4 girls. I need 4 girls. Right? Alright, I need 4 girls. Y'all going to be the judge. Alright? And whoever wins, I'm taking you on the $500 challenge. You ready? So my goal is really to do myself. Again, we should always know stuff, we should always I want to do some businesswomen, some women, everyone to do. Remember, pay attention if not want to be the judge. Alright? Let's go. Alright, come up to the bar, they want to see y'all. They want to see y'all. They want to meet y'all. I need to hire y'all, cleaning them. I got enough.
not close to me. I need to go about one good place, one another. That's how you really choose it. Ready? Come on, y'all, let's go. First of all, I want to shout out Ballin4peace. I want to shout out A2O. I know he's going to come out here and catch his pretty well, so I can't wait for him to come out and do that. And I think he's going to share a few words with us. Yes.
Alright, first off, I want to thank y'all for coming out. Every time I live, thank you for always, being here 4 years strong. This is something that I wanted to do. I grew up in a family I had my 3 sisters and my mother, so I grew up with my, women in my household, you know what I mean? So that's why it's very important to do things like this and show them the love, not just for women's month, but, every single day, you know what I mean? So, again, thank you guys. Like they were saying, there's a lot of things that they do and they're inspired to do. A lot of you don't know my passion outside of work, but this is something I've been doing for over a decade. My organization, Ballin4peace. The message is peace through sports, and women empowerment. We always strive to do things more and better for our community. And I'm glad that I can share this with the school that I spend the most time in. I'm here pretty much for this today, so I want to see how it's going. And again, I know I got class going on and everything or whatever. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're just coming here and being able to share with my kids. And I really thank you so much.
Alright, and before you go, I'm just going to put on your phone to follow me, the ladies in there. You learned how to do it again. Well, share your social media handle and let me know where you can find your website. Alright? Alright guys, I'm gonna give y'all a flyer. I'm gonna have one for everybody who follow me. It's Ayana Irish official. Just add an official. These are all but I'm gonna give you these ones so you can take with you. Ayana Irish official. I love you guys. Can I put on let me put you on? Step G. That's it. Step G. Alright, mine is BRLENA Green. It's a purple LG. Alright, so I'm gonna give y'all the business one so that I can tap into some of the opportunities. It's I am as a Mary next modeling. I want everybody to shout I'm next on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Alright, mine is me. NINI_Venus, VENUS. So it's Venus. And this is such a pleasure, you guys. It's awesome to know that you have your whole taken in what you say and everything you or you respect it. So thank you guys for your undervalued attention. I know, not right now, it's okay. Alright, my name is Marie David. You can follow me on Marie David. Alright, and on the count of 3, I want you guys to say Ballin4peace. 1, 2, 3. Alright, make sure that you're following Ballin4peace too on Instagram. And one last thing, we have Fear No One Apparel that's going to share some gifts with us. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, everybody, give it up for yourselves for being so amazing today. We have so much fun with you all, and I can't wait to see you guys again next year. All right, have a great day, guys, and happy International Women's Day.